It's been a couple of years that I've started playing Recroom. At first it was only a game that I downloaded to join an old friend in order to appear in his livestream.
Oh, Mafioso YT, what's up, dude? Are you a YouTuber?
But after that, I noticed that Recroom had a lot of potential. Even though I was only playing paintball and talking to some people at the rank center, I loved the interactions that the game could offer. And that's why I felt more and more comfortable talking with English people. That became a passion, and that's why I created this YouTube channel. Over time, I also noticed that the game was hiding stuff and that lots of weird stories could be happening in the game. I searched everywhere in order to be informed of everything that the game could offer to its player base, like lore, Easter eggs, incidents, scrapped content, and so on. That's why I'm here today. I know it's kind of late to make that type of video, but I had to make it. I gathered multiple Recroom icebergs and personal findings in order to create the ultimate Recroom iceberg. So that we are all on the same level of knowledge, I will explain what is an iceberg exactly in this video. The iceberg meme or trend has been created in 2020, where this image was posted on Reddit, representing the most dark, creepy and weird stuff that exists in Mario 64 in iceberg form. The deeper we go, the more unfamiliar topics we will find. It's exactly the same thing with the iceberg I created, but for Recroom. Now that we are all set, let's begin the video.
Hey, do you want to meet awesome friends and develop your imagination into world creation? Well, Recroom is made for you. By joining us with the Key 18 VR headset, it is possible to enter a whole different world than you. Whether it's laser tag, quests, or community places to meet all sorts of people. Plus, we are glad to tell you that Recroom doesn't cost a cent. It is totally free to play, so what are you waiting for? Check out our official newspaper for further information. You can also get the Key 18 VR headset by going into our multiple official shops around the United States. So, to recap, Recroom is fun. Check. Recroom is easy. Check. Recroom is that. Check.
Teleport mode only. It's simply the fact that you can teleport in Recroom. It was the original way of moving in the game before the walking mode was added. Low effort maps are more successful. Everything is in the title. This happens in most games nowadays, and Recroom is full of childish maps or games similar to Roblox. Gift beggars. If you have played Recroom at least once in your life and visited the rec center, you have a 99% of chance to encounter kids begging you to give them items on their wish list. But I have never seen that technique being efficient. The old Recroom. It describes the old era of Recroom during its early years. With the old rec center and basic game mode, this entry is just pure nostalgia. RecTubers. A RecTuber is a mix between a YouTuber and a Recroom player. It designates YouTubers making content on Recroom like GeekoVR, Harryman Leg, Skull, Slat, Soulfox Gaming, Therapeutic, or me, for example. Junior accounts. When you create a new Recroom account, you have the option to be a junior account, which means you are under the age of 13. Junior account cannot talk or chat, and Recroom is full of them because the game is very appealing to kids. FNAF hoodie. During the 1st of July 2020, a FNAF hoodie was given to everyone who launched in the game. This was due to a collaboration between Recroom and FNAF. The hoodie is now kind of rare because it is not obtainable anymore. Double shot bow. It was a glitch that could be used to shoot faster in quests like Golden Trophy. The glitch is now patched, which means you can't do it anymore. Rec.net. Rec.net is the official Recroom website where you can check maps, friends, your profile, photos and more. Although it is the main Recroom website that links everything, many people are unaware of the website itself, often because they are new to the game. The Disc Golf Sword. In the Disc Golf Recroom original game, there is a hidden sword behind a waterfall. Players can use it to get a perfect score in the game, because using the sword doesn't mean the player is moving the disc with his own hand, so the game doesn't count that as a point. The Forbidden One. It was originally a glitch where a shadow figure could appear when the player was on the loading screen. Players were intrigued by this glitch and decided to call it the Forbidden One. It had such a huge impact in the Recroom community that even the devs decided to create lore around it. A few months later, at the end of a Recroom patch note, it was written, "The Forbidden One has been deleted." Maybe a direct reference to Herobrine from Minecraft, where the same thing was written at the end of each patch note until 2018. Due to its impact, we will see that many of the iceberg countries refer to the Forbidden One. Class shirts. Class shirts are basically shirts representing the year you played Recroom. You can obtain a new one at the end of each year if you have played Recroom that year. However, there is no shirt for 2022. Recon. Recon is typically E3 but for Recroom. Each year, Recroom organizes this event to showcase future projects in the game, but also organize interviews with Recroom creators. Jumbotron bot speech. In maps where Jumbotron bots appear, such as the Jumbotron quest or even the laser tag game, it's possible to hear them speak when you hit them with a gun.
Target acquired. Find humans.
Destroy humans. Hostiles. Attack. Ow. Oh, that wasn't good.
Nothing more than that, but I have to admit that I didn't notice they were saying actual words. Custom shirts being abusive. Custom shirts can be really useful if you can't find a good Recroom piece of clothing for creating a good cosplay, for example. But sometimes people use them to promote random things or to display some realistic content. Coach. If you played Recroom at least once in your life, you are probably familiar with these voice lines.
10 seconds remaining. Good game. You win. Blue team scores.
This is Coach. Some people think she's the protagonist or even the Recroom creator. And it's not just a voice, but an actual Recroom account with 99 levels. This account is used to publish Recroom originals, for example. Hidden shoe in bowling map. When you join the Recroom original bowling map, if you go towards the lockers and try to pick something inside of it, you will grab a shoe that were hidden inside of one of these lockers. Recroom office. Recroom has a real-life office located in Seattle where the developers work, featuring several items with Recroom branding, such as LED logos, a diorama of the Golden Trophy lobby, paintings, and so on. Abusive ban. Unlike every online game, it's entirely possible for Recroom players to have their account banned for minimal or no reason. The talent show incident. On February 18, 2024, UZ.Full, a small Recroom YouTuber, uploaded a video titled "I hosted a talent show in Recroom." In this video, one of the participants attempted to perform a backflip with his VR headset. By doing this, the participant hit his head on a table behind him, causing his character to stop moving. That is indeed pretty hard to hear, leading some people to assume that the participant died during the event. But people didn't focus on what the participant said before his performance.
Alright, can you state your name and your talent for everybody in the audience, please?
No, and I can backflip with that VR headset on.
Yeah, he had removed his headset. We can also notice that the way he falls is unusual. It seems like he's actually placing his headsets on the ground. I believe people might be exaggerating about this incident. The sad thing is the creator uploaded this extract on TikTok and used it to gain popularity, pretending the participant had died during his event. Reclympics. Just like the real-life Olympics, Recroom created the Rec-Olympics. Players could join regions corresponding to their skills, like paintball, room creation, quest playing, and speedrunning. By participating, players could earn rewards like special clothing, limited edition skins for their items, and more. Sadly, the Rec-Olympics only lasted a year in 2021 and never came back, which is a shame in my opinion, considering it could have introduced an esport aspect to Recroom. Limited items. In every game that includes items to buy, it is typical to have items that are rarer than others, and Recroom is no exception. The game had proposed several limited items, like the golden headset, only available for 1 hour in 2019, the Raw Data event, set in 2016, and maybe the rarest piece of clothing in the game, the SFVRCC shirt in 2016. Recroom is set in 1987. It is possible that the whole game is set in 1987 thanks to multiple Easter eggs like the 1987 basketball skin and the retro style of the Recroom original games. The choice of the year 1987 can be explained by the fact that the Recroom office is located at 87 Wall Street. This could explain why they choose that year to represent their game. The heart attack incident. In 2021, a video was posted on TikTok showing a player being motionless, having a heart attack in front of multiple other players. We don't know much more about the incident or whether it was real. Revolver in Showdown. Revolvers are somewhat special in Recroom. Firstly, Showdown is the only map where you can find a revolver. And secondly, revolvers can shoot 6 times before reloading, even though the chamber can hold 4 bullets, making the revolver unrealistic. The Raw Data event. We just talked about the Raw Data event because the outfits released during that collaboration are one of the rarest pieces of clothing in the game. But the Raw Data event was also the first collaboration with Recroom in 2016. Go-karts. It was meant to be a new Recroom original in 2017. The game was supposed to be a Mario Kart clone, but the project was quickly scrapped and never came back. But it may have served as a template for the Rally Recroom original. 500 token boxes. In the early era of Recroom, it was possible to obtain 500 tokens boxes until they were removed in 2020. The 1987 build. In 2020, a Reddit user posted on the Recroom subreddit. Loaded into Recroom and was brought into a random dorm room where the logging screen is. I couldn't walk around or even see myself in the mirror. The sky outside was pitch black. It had this text on an orange wall. Weird. Anyone know why I was shown this or what all of this means? We really don't know if it's true or not, because the room was never seen again. We can also add that the guy said he can't move in the room, but he is in front of the mirror, which makes no sense, considering that when you join a dorm room you do not appear here. PlaySpace. PlaySpace is a software that you can download and use on VR games to make your character fly or move in any direction you want. When used creatively, it can lead to funny moments, such as in my first video, where one player had the software installed and used it to climb a scaffolding in-game.
What?
You're so strong.
It's like...
Recroom VHS.
Welcome to Rec Incorporated. Today we will be announcing our newest product, the Punching Bag 2.0.
In 2021, several videos were posted by Zerex, a Recroom YouTuber. These videos were analog horror, similar to the Mandela Catalog series for example, and some people decided to make some Recroom versions of it.
Hurt you.
Volunteer mods. In the Rec Center, it is common to meet volunteer mods, players who are hired by Recroom to ban abusive behavior in the game. Coach account hacked. The coach account has been hacked multiple times, resulting in coach being seen at the Rec Center, banning multiple players as mentioned in this Reddit post. It's a hacker. They went around and started permabanning people. I recommend staying out of public places until this is over, or you're at risk of being banned. Recroom on Switch. It was originally a joke to imagine Recroom on the Switch, considering the console might not be that powerful enough to handle certain detailed maps, but in 2024 Recroom announced that the game will be ported to the Nintendo Switch, so it's not really a joke anymore. Naked glitch. In 2020, after a Recroom update, it was possible to see people being naked because their clothes didn't load as fast as before, resulting in seeing their skin. Udin's building tips.
Hey everybody, it's Otini, and welcome to a special episode of How to Rec Room, where I'm going to teach you probably the most important thing about building in Rec Room. So you see, let's go get started.
This is the first and canonical appearance of the Forbidden One in Recroom, especially on the Recroom YouTube channel. That video is the beginning of a small in-game event called the League of Heroes. Concept arts. Like in every video game development process, artists are called to represent the mood and environment of the game. We have access to some Recroom concept art, and it's very interesting to see how the game has evolved while keeping some of the original concepts that were created at the beginning. Recroom happens in a school. This is one of the most well-known theories about Recroom. Some people assume that the game is set in an high school due to the appearance of certain maps, like the dorm room, where you can find a map that looks like a school campus. Stunt Runner Easter eggs. I really didn't know about this before making the video, but in Stunt Runner there are multiple spots where you can find scripts referring to episodes, and there is also a hidden room behind a waterfall. White hats. This clan also exists in real life. We categorize someone as a white hat if they are a good hacker who doesn't have bad intention. And it's possible that we have some in Recroom. S. This may be one of the most mysterious entities out there. On June 29, 2022, the weekly rotation image was posted on the Recroom Discord, including a glitchy slot with the letter S visible. On the same day, a glitchy shop was added in the Rec Center, proposing many items dating back to 2018. Some people think that S is an entity capable of traveling into the past, and that S is actually part of the lore alongside the Forbidden One and Coach. Recroom on Apple Watch. On April Fool's Day 2019, Recroom uploaded a video on their YouTube channel called Recroom Apple Watch Reveal Trailer, showing that the game will be ported to the Apple Watch. It is obviously a joke because of the upload date, and after all, could you imagine Recroom running on an Apple Watch when it's barely even on a Nintendo Switch? The GIF camera. It was a thing at the beginning of Recroom where a video camera, similar to the streaming camera we have now, and the GIF camera were available in the game. Rec Center getting hacked. The Rec Center has been hacked several times in recent years. Even though it is quite rare to see that happening, there are many cases that have been recorded on YouTube, like this video in the background showing a guy shooting at multiple players in the Rec Center. Recroom lore. We just talked earlier about Coach and the Forbidden One. Those two are the main characters in the Recroom lore, but we can also add that Recroom takes place in 1987. All these examples suggest a deeper story inside of Recroom, and the devs always try to add more content into it, like a background story for the Forbidden One, or events like the Science Department event. Against Gravity. This is the main studio that created Recroom, even though they don't publish any content on their social medias and their logo is rarely seen. Recroom 2016 YouTube channel. This channel is well known in the Recroom community. It is believed that the person behind the account is a hacker that have access to various things like scrapped Recroom originals or even the Coach account. Recroom documentaries. These guys are absolutely amazing. I will take the example of Toaster and Greedy No Recroom, who are two YouTubers who make Recroom documentaries in the same style of Random FM, another famous YouTuber for making crazy VR chat documentaries. I think it's awesome that we have this type of content about Recroom, but I can't understand why these YouTubers don't have more subscribers. Old Coach. It was planned for Coach to be a man, thanks to these audio files in the game.
If you like, you can practice until more players arrive. It looks like you're the first one here. Press the start button on the scoreboard to play.
Though I really don't know if it was just meant to be a placeholder or a real thing. Recroom movies. If you search Recroom movie on Google, you may find two Recroom movies called The Magic Door and The Recroom Movie, both made by YouTubers. They are attempts at creating long Recroom content with a storyline, even if the result is somewhat mediocre.
What? What is the Bite of 87, you may ask? The Bite of 87 is the Bite of 87. It happened by a creation of Henry Miller's, who is an associate of William Afton, in the location Fredbear's Family Diner. Fredbear's Family Diner is the...
Hidden text in the rec center. In 2021, lots of texts were found in the rec center. They are likely to be from the Forbidden One, like
You see, our identities should remain classified.
or even
You're supposed to be gone. I made sure of that.
Jumbotron all design. The Jumbotron quest has undergone many changes over time, such as the whole Jumbotron universe that was supposed to be green instead of purple. The character design didn't change though, but you can notice some scrapped content like enemies, weapons, and interiors. Traveler VR. Traveler VR is one of the most hated RecTubers because of his toxicity. He was known for being very aggressive with the people he collaborated with, which led to a very bad reputation. He changed his username twice in an attempt to calm the controversy, but his channels got taken down. Oh, and he might be only 8 years old. Shield Soccer. In the earliest version of the Recroom original soccer map, players had to use a shield to push the ball and play the game normally. Sometime later, the devs removed the shield, and now players have to push the ball with their own bodies. Trophies in the old rec center. In the 2016 version of the rec center, some trophies were visible next to a wall. We don't know why they were there, but some people think they were linked to the VR World Championships. Lego Recroom. In the Recroom office, there are two different Recroom references made with Lego. Some people thought it was a real thing, that Lego made a collab with Recroom, but it's just some custom and homemade Lego sets. Punch Up Recroom Original. In the rec center, next to the basketball court, there is a poster showing someone boxing, with the title Punch Up. The poster is pretty old now, and lots of players thought it was going to be a Recroom original, like the VR game The Thrill of the Fight. EMP device. It was planned that another weapon would appear in laser tag or the Jumbotron quest, called the EMP device. This weapon could have been a grenade that paralyzes enemies when it explodes. Some players have found the suppressed sound for this weapon in the game files. Old paint launcher model. In the Spillway update, a paint launcher was added and looked like this, though I'm not sure which weapon it is supposed to be now. Sandbox machine. This machine is the older version of the Maker Pen we have now. It was capable of giving a wide range of items, including weapons, sports equipments, decorations, furnitures, and so on. Recroom DS. This entry refers to the Nintendo DS game Recroom Games, and no, this is not the Recroom we know, it's just a compilation of various popular games that you can play alone or with friends. Hashtag Save Recroom. The Save Recroom movement was created by big Recroom YouTubers, especially Butterschnoff Gaming, to bring attention to the issues the devs were creating in the game. The Recroom community thought that Recroom was dying because of the increasing amount of microtransactions in the game, the full body avatars, and other changes. The player's goal was essentially to crash the servers and add many negative reviews to the game, but the movement didn't work that well, and nothing really changed. Laser tag is connected to the lore. There is a theory suggesting that laser tag or even the rise of Jumbotron is heavily connected to the lore, with some believing that robots have invaded the world. The Room Rewards Incident. In 2021, Recroom organized the Room Reward event. All you had to do was to make a room as popular as possible to earn hundreds of thousands of tokens. The sad thing is that instead of choosing the average time spent in those rooms, they choose the total time spent in those rooms. They were looking at the room data since the beginning, so in order to fix that, they choose to change everything about the list at the last moment, and hundreds of creators didn't get their tokens. The Hunt music. It was a theme that would play when there was a large amount of enemies in Golden Trophy. The theme was removed in 2018. Developer tools. When you are a Rec Room developer, you gain access to many new options that is blocked for other players, like a debug option, circuits, performance tabs, gravity multiplier, and many other things. Coach joining laser tag. There are some signs that Coach have joined the laser tag Rec Room original because some hacker got into her account. Beta Rec Room originals being accessible. Apparently, some people have managed to find all Rec Room builds that contain lots of beta content with different lighting, textures, models, and more. 2015 build. I really don't know if it's true or not, but a guy apparently got a 2015 Rec Room build and made a video showcasing a very archaic version of Rec Room. Rec Room Plays. Rec Room Play is just a regular Rec Room YouTuber who has created several analog horror videos about Rec Room, such as the 1980 series. PO Network. It is obvious that every social media platform or even video games are subject to pedophiles, and Rec Room is no exception. I would rate this game and so-called moderators as 0 if that rating was permitted. Why on earth a game allows children and adults to play together, and most of these adults faking their voices to appear younger to lure children into compromising and dangerous situations? Rec Room doing absolutely nothing in regards to this. Rec Room Why Can't It Load My Account video. Guess how many views this video has generated? 56,000 views. This is quite unusual, considering this video doesn't show anything special. It could have gained only a few views over time, but 56,000 is a lot for that type of video, and that's kind of weird. Rec Room logo is off-center. According to this video on Reddit, the mouth in the Rec Room logo is off-center, though I don't know if it's still the case. Black character when logging. In older versions of Rec Room during 2023, it was possible to see a black character when you logged in. Banned for a year. I was playing Rec Room when suddenly some kid named weird username was making weird noises while looking at the mirror. I decided to investigate, but he turned to me slowly, then added me. Then, like a dumbass I am, I added him back. But when I did, he said banned for a year. And then I got banned for a year. In other words, don't disturb his peace. I really don't believe this story, but since some people can actually hack moderators, this scenario can be possible. Glitch screen map. In recent updates, when you joined a map with a PSVR incident mode activated, you could enter a strange world. This was maybe made for testing your playground, or it could just be a glitch, but it's still weird. Beta Rec Room original names. It is supposed that some quests had other names in their beta versions. Golden Trophy was supposed to be called Epic Quest, Crimson Cauldron was The Curse of the Campus Witch, and Crescendo was The Quest of Dracula.